Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. William Ruto was today in Nyeri for his campaigns. And there are some remarks he made while in Nyeri, remarks that have been interpreted to mean he was literally begging Kenyans to give him only 5 years to rule them. So in this video, I want us to listen into William Ruto, after which, as usual, we are just going to dissect that to put it squarely where it belongs politically. Listen into this.
Tumekuwa na mjadala inayosema ambaye rais wetu alituambia yake 10 na ya Ruto 10. Ndio? Lakini mimi sitaki 10 saa hii. Nataka tuandikiane kwanza hii mkataba ya miaka 5.
Yes, that's William Ruto speaking earlier today in Nyeri County. And listening to William Ruto, he's just asking Kenyans, or rather literally begging Kenyans, to give him only 5 years to rule them. That comes out very, very clearly. After which, maybe after ruling for 5 years, Kenyans can add him some 5 more years. What does that mean politically? That's our analysis and discussion right now. In case you've just bumped here for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. What does that mean? Even before we answer that question, I know keen political observers will be asking some questions. Yes, some questions. Is history repeating itself here before our own eyes? Because from some quarters, we have been hearing and we have also been told that the late former Vice President, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, literally begged to be given only 5 minutes, something like that, only 5 minutes to rule Kenya. He was never given those 5 minutes, and actually, he never became the president of Kenya. He died before becoming Kenya's president. So is history repeating itself in this case? Because Jaramogi was a vice president. William Ruto is more or less the same, in the same position. And now one is begging for only 5 years. Is history repeating itself, or is the vice presidency jinx that has been working against former vice presidents catching up with William Ruto? Those are questions keen political observers will be asking in the coming days. But that aside, what does that mean? What do those remarks mean politically? That's our analysis. The first meaning, if you actually listened and watched William Ruto today in Nyeri, he was meeting some leaders there, or rather some business community there. And he was just trying to explain his bottom-up narrative. And actually, he made it clear that he will be going to the rest of the 47 counties in the coming days. And then now, he is also begging for 5 years. I can see William Ruto is trying to copy Raila Amolo Odinga. The Mandela moment. Maybe William Ruto has seen that Raila's Mandela moment is actually attracting Kenyans to embrace Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila is coming out as a leader who is not power hungry. So William Ruto is just cleverly trying to copy Raila Amolo Odinga by also asking for 5 years, a Mandela moment. And then also by meeting these leaders, and he has also said he's going to be meeting leaders across and stakeholders in all the 47 counties. He's just also trying to copy Raila's brand of politics. That's exactly how Raila has been playing his politics. So from where I sit, I tend to believe William Ruto is now a little bit maturing politically and is just borrowing from Raila's political brand. William Ruto, before he becomes president, he will have to walk the full journey maybe Raila Amolo Odinga has worked. So that exposes him that is now maturing up politically. And it also exposes him that actually he has been a political greenhorn. William Ruto here is just trying to copy Raila's brand of politics. He admires Raila's Mandela moment, and he wants also to use that, maybe to endear himself to voters. And then secondly, from that short clip, it's very clear William Ruto is very desperate to become president. And that desperation is because he has seen that his popularity is fast declining. And he has done all it takes. He has campaigned everywhere across the country. William Ruto has literally done everything pertaining to campaigns. He has campaigned more than any other presidential candidate, but still his popularity is declining, and declining very, very fast as his competitors' popularity rise. So William Ruto is just desperate, and that desperation is even leading him to beg to be given only 5 years, not even 10 years. That is just a sign of a desperation resulting from his dwindling political fortunes. And then thirdly, William Ruto, from that clip, is also roping Uhuru Kenyatta's name, that Uhuru promised 10 years yake na 10 years yangu. That is a clever strategy. William Ruto is just reminding the mountain of Uhuru Kenyatta's promise to support him for the presidency. So he's just trying to get some sympathy from that promise Uhuru Kenyatta made. And he's doing that deliberately because he understands that Uhuru Kenyatta is the mountain kingpin. William Ruto knows for a fact that Uhuru Kenyatta's word will carry a lot of sway on the mountain. So he just wants to identify with Uhuru Kenyatta in order to be given some sympathy on the mountain. And that's largely what I've been saying in this YouTube channel. I've always been maintaining here that the moment Uhuru Kenyatta will now go to the mountain to actually start the campaigning William Ruto will be history on the mountain. And it seems to appear that William Ruto is now starting to realize that. And is now trying to just identify himself with President Uhuru Kenyatta. But funnily enough, or hypocritically enough, the same William Ruto talking about kumi ya Uhuru kumi yake is the same person talking about the project. Raila is a project. But from the way he's talking, William Ruto is also appearing to be very, very desperate for that Uhuru Kenyatta's endorsement. If at all Uhuru Kenyatta can today wake up and support William Ruto will be the happiest man on this planet. He will be the happiest man. William Ruto is very desperate for an endorsement from the president. And that's why he's going to that extent of even reminding those residents of Jerry of that old promise, kumi ya Uhuru. He is very desperate for an endorsement from the president. So all these things we have been hearing, that Raila is a project, all these are just sideshows. William Ruto in this brigade, they know that the person Uhuru Kenyatta endorses, that person most definitely will become the president. And he's just trying to get some sympathy from Uhuru Kenyatta's fans. Another point, ladies and gentlemen, I tend to believe also that listening to William Ruto has just, he has no more ideas. He has just actually said everything because he started his campaigns way too early. He has said everything. Kenyans have listened to him saying everything. So he has nothing more in his closet to tell Kenyans. And that's why now he's now resorting to copying Raila Amolo Odinga. Because that campaign strategy William Ruto was using today in Nyeri, that's exactly what Raila has been using. And that's largely what BBI was all about. BBI, they went across the 47 counties asking Kenyans to give their views and opinions, after which all those opinions and views were all incorporated in BBI document. William Ruto is doing the same thing, and then you want to say maybe after doing that those are now the views of Kenyans. How different is it from what Uhuru and Raila did by going across the 47 counties in Kenya? William Ruto and his team are just hypocrites. They are just hypocrites, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, let me conclude it there. But before I conclude, let me remind you to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Let me also remind you to give this video a like. And to our fans, our subscribers here, I'm very much humbled for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana.